So an algebraic expression is made up of terms, and I'll show you what that is in a second. And terms are separated by a plus or minus sign. And yeah, this is fill in the blank on the notes there. So there's a couple things you got to fill in. And then terms may be constant. What does it mean for something to be constant in math? What's a constant? It never changes, which means it can't have a variable attached to it, right? Like an x, we don't know what x is. So a constant is just a number, like the number 5 is a constant because it will always be the number 5. And sometimes it contains variables. Okay, so now we're going to learn about something called a polynomial expression. Okay, I didn't put these fill in the blanks on there. I did give you this diagram. I'll show you what that means in a second. But it has 1 to infinity terms. It only involves the operations of addition, subtraction, and multiplication. And it only has positive integers. So I need you to maybe write this off to the side somewhere. I didn't put it down there, but you cannot have negative exponents. What can you not have?
Negative exponents.
Okay. X cannot be on the bottom of a fraction. Because that means division is happening, right? Mm-hmm. Now that's different than like a fraction, like 1/2. You can have that. That's just a number, right? What decimal is 1/2? 0.5. That's just a number. But X cannot be on the bottom of a fraction. You cannot have the square root or the cube root or any root of X. So if you see this, it is not a polynomial. Okay? Now you can have the square root of a number. So let's say I have the square root of 3x. Is that square root affecting the x at all? No, it's square rooting 3, which is a number. It's a decimal. But the constant can be square rooted, the x cannot. So basically, these are all things that cannot happen to x. And then here is a beautiful example of a polynomial term. A nice pretty number, and then x with an exponent. There's no negatives, x is not in the denominator, and there's no square roots. So this is what you guys have. So take a look at look at this for a second. There's some different vocab terms we need to know for this. Starting off, what is the only constant term? The only one that doesn't have an x?
1.
1. What is the leading coefficient?
3.
3. The leading coefficient is 3. What do you think it means by leading?
First.
It's first. It's in the front. Okay. The terms. How many terms are in this polynomial?
4.
There's 4, and they're separated by a what? Plus or minus sign. So you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Okay. The degree is the largest exponent. So if I ask you what is the degree of this polynomial, what would you say? 3. It's a number. It's the largest exponent. Okay. Now all of these things only happen when it's in standard form. And you guys have learned this before, back in Algebra 1 especially. But standard form of a polynomial means it's in order. What do you think in order requires? Kind of look at the example that I gave you. What about the exponents?
Highest to lowest.
Highest to lowest. That's exactly right. So see the biggest exponent is 3, and then 2, and then what's this one's exponent?
1.
It's a 1. It's hiding, right? Typically you don't write x to the first power. And then this doesn't have any exponent at all. It's actually x to the 0th power. So that is called standard form. And you only name these things when it's in standard form. So this might all be jumbled up, but 3 would still be the leading coefficient. So you have to put it in standard form first, okay? Standard form also means that all of the terms, all the like terms have been combined. So if there's an x plus x, what are you going to do?
Combine.
How many x's is that? X plus x would be 2x. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to play a little game. Polynomial or not? Number one. Number one is a polynomial?
No.
Yes.
X is.
Yes.
It can be
The exponent cannot be negative. Okay? The number in front can be whatever it wants to be. It can be a fraction, it can be a decimal, it can be a negative, it can be anything. The x cannot have a negative exponent. Okay, what about number 2?
No.
Okay, number 3.
Yes. Yes. Nah.
So square root's bad, x in the denominator is bad, negative exponent is bad. Okay? Tell me, what about this one? I'm going to give you one more, number 7.
Yes.
Is this a polynomial? Yes, it is. Okay? You can have a fraction, just x cannot be on the bottom of the fraction. You can have a square root, just x cannot have a square root. And you can have a negative, just x can't have a negative exponent. Okay? Okay, now I need you to study these real quick. There's ways that we name polynomials. Just like in, I like to reference geometry because we're just out of there. Do you guys remember polygons?
Yeah.
What does poly mean?
Many.
Many or numerous sides, right? A polygon. So remember we had different names for polygons. What's a 3-sided polygon?
Triangle.
So what's a polynomial of 3 terms? Trinomial, okay? And what was a 5-sided polygon? Pentagon. What about an 8-sided polygon? Octagon. You remember 12? Dodecagon, okay? So remember, all of those are polygons, right? So everything we're talking about is a polynomial, but we have special names for the different number of terms and their degree, okay? So this one's easy. The number of terms is either 1, 2, 3, or more than that. So there's only 4 special names, really. Now they're all polynomials. These 3 have special names, and then after that we basically give up and say, oh, it's a polynomial. Okay? So 1 means mono, so monomial. Okay? 2, you know the prefix bi, so it has 2 terms, binomial. 3, trinomial. Everything else is just considered a polynomial. Okay? Over here, what was the degree again? You have to remember, what was the degree? Yeah, look at your paper. The degree is the largest power, or the largest exponent. So we know no exponent is a constant number. You've known this one for forever and a half, back to like 7th grade. Y equals mx plus b is a line, right? Linear. Last year, a little bit in geometry, we did some quadratic stuff in Algebra 1. So quadratic is x squared. X cubed is cubic. X to the 4th is quartic. What else? What does that sound like? Quart, right? 4 quarts to the 5 is quintic. So, let's name these. Okay? The first one here. You have to name it by both of them. Okay? You have to say both of them. So you say this one first and then that one. Okay? So first of all, what is this one? And I would write this down. What's this one's exponent? What's the largest degree? 1. So it is
Linear.
Linear first, so do the left table first. And then this has how many terms?
2.
So it's a
Linear binomial.
binomial.
I would hate to learn English.
The next one. The largest exponent is a squared. Good, so it means it's a quadratic. So the largest exponent's a 2, it's quadratic. And this one has how many terms? 3, so it is a trinomial. So I would call this a quadratic trinomial. The next one. It's on your paper.
It's a
Cubic, and I'm just going to write poly. Cubic polynomial. Now remember, they're all polynomials. We just have special names for the first couple there. Binomial and trinomial. Okay, the next one, 4, is a quartic polynomial. And the last one is a quintic polynomial. Okay? Now be careful. Just because it's a quintic, just because there's an x to the 5th power, doesn't mean all of this is necessarily going to be there. So for example, I filled those all the way up. Like every single exponent that I could possibly have was there. But sometimes you'll have a quintic that's like 3x to the 5th plus 2x minus 1. So now what would I call it? A quintic trinomial. Okay? So just because it's quintic doesn't mean it has to be a polynomial. It could have some 0 terms, like 0x to the 4th, 0x. That's why it's not shown. So we would call this a trinomial. Okay? So, last class I got whiteboards out, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to put it on the board. So you can just shout it out. You don't have to write it on the whiteboard. I'm going to give you some, and I'm just going to ask some quick answer questions about the polynomial. Okay, so first off, what is the leading coefficient? Say it out loud.
3.
The leading coefficient.
3.
Yeah, remember a coefficient is in front of a variable. So 3 is a coefficient, 2 is a coefficient, -2 is a coefficient, but 3 is the leading one, right? What is the constant?
1.
1. What is the degree?
4.
4. How many terms does it have? 4 terms. Name it by the degree and number of terms. Quartic. Polynomial. Quadratic is by degree if it was an x squared. Okay? Next one. Okay, what is the leading coefficient?
-2.
-2. The leading coefficient. -2. What is the constant?
7.
What is the degree?
3.
3. How many terms does it have?
2.
Name it.
Cubic binomial.
Cubic binomial. Good. Next one. What is the leading coefficient?
7.
Interesting. You're right. Put them in order.
Yeah, any answer to these questions is assuming it's in order. So if you did put it in order, what would the leading coefficient be?
7.
Yeah, so that's the only answer. It would be, even though it's not in order, the answer is still 7.
Will
Okay?
it ever be like that? On the best?
Yeah. You mean like, could it not be in order?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because sometimes it's not given into an order. Or sometimes you have to like multiply something out. You remember like foiling? So you'll simplify it yourself and it won't be in order. So as your answer, you'll want to put it in order. Okay, so sometimes you'll be given it, or sometimes you'll just get to a point where it's not in order. You always want to answer it in
So
order.
what happens like when you have like 2x plus 3x and you have to put that in order?
Yep. I'll do that. I'm going to do it next. So real quick, what's the leading coefficient?
7.
What is the constant?
2. -2.
-2. That's important. You have to include the sign in front of it. And then what is the degree?
5.
5. How many terms?
3.
3. And how would I name it?
Quintic trinomial.
Quintic trinomial. Good.
Trinomial.
Next one.
Say no.
Okay, what is the leading coefficient?
7.
7. How many terms does it have?
2.
The answer is 2.
What?
Why?
Sorry, 5 times.
You have to combine like terms. Okay?
Throwing us home.
You have to combine like terms. All of these are x's. So if it was in standard form, if it was in standard form, it would be 7x to the 4th plus 4x, right?
Oh, is that now?
So this is how you have to answer your questions. Even though I didn't give it to you that way, you would have to simplify yourself. So now, how many terms is it?
2.
2. It's leading coefficient.
7.
What's the constant?
0.
0. Yeah, plus 0, basically. There isn't one, okay? Name it.
Quartic binomial.
Quartic binomial. You're really struggling with that.
No, I know.
Binomial. All right, any questions on that?
No.
All right.